Okay, we're gonna do episode 4 of this the love never sets. So, anyways, if I'm missing out something or I not mention anything that you don't know about, put it in the comments. So, Ice woke up the next day and noticed that his clothes is changed. He remembered vividly that he went to a bar and drink. I'm not sure if you remember about meeting up with C or C called Saint or anything like that. I'm not even sure if he remembers about crying and apologizing to Saint, but he knows he's home and his clothes have changed, which means the only person that he's shared the condo or dorm with is Saint. So the only person he thinks changed his clothes is Saint. So he went to Saint to confront him and ask him, did he touch anything other than changing his clothes? The fact that the dividing tape is still in the room makes no sense, but Saint is acting super nice these days. I do want to know if he's ever gonna tell Ice about the fact that all he experienced back then was clearly his father's doing. I do know his father took his phone away in the past, which means all the time that Ice been calling and never answering, poor Ice thought that Saint was avoiding him, when clearly it was a lie. And also the father texted him and tell him some stuff. I don't remember. I think when he was trying to avoid the debt collector and he got a text from Saint, I think it's the father texted. And when he went to the house and then confronted the father of wanting to meet Saint, and the father told him that Saint had a girlfriend, that was also a lie. The father is so controlling, and if he keeps doing the things he's doing, he's gonna lose his only son. Okay, let's talk about Saint for a little bit. I think we're all focused on the fact that Ice is the only one that's traumatized and went through a lot of bad things, when obviously we didn't really look into Saint. Saint has gone through a lot of things, been isolated, been trapped by his own father, and the only reason he got out was the fact that he lied to himself and lied to his father that he's all over Ice. But Saint secretly knows that Ice is going to this university. He convinced his father to let him go to the university by lying to him. But I think the father kind of knows a little bit. But all I'm saying is everybody has a trauma. Everyone. The only difference is Saint holds it up and bottled it up inside, while Ice has a diary that he let out in, and Saint is the one reading it, sadly. Okay, so remember Ice and Saint already signed up with C to do C's project as acting, and so we're gonna do that. I'm guessing this is the workshop, and there are many scenes that both people are uncomfortable with, but eventually they stuck it through just to make this whole thing go smoothly. Okay, so I don't know what this is. It seems that Ice has something that was supposed to be given to Saint, but Ice teasing Saint by not giving it to him, and Saint was like, give it to me. I honestly don't know what this is all about, but I'm not mad at it. And homegirl in the background is taking the picture like a big fandom girl she is enjoying it as well. Not sure about C. C thinks it's an argument that needs to be solved. I do agree with C. They need to compromise and at least find somewhere to talk and actually sit down and agree with something. But what's not really looking good is that professor. How the hell did he get work knowing the scandal that is going around? And I hate that the fact that the wife didn't even try to look into her husband in anything. I get it. He's your man and you need to, cover him. But still, you hear this multiple times. You didn't put that red flag in your head. And also, that guy that worked with the professor, who is kind of hiding the fact that he doesn't want his whole situation acted out just like Ice. I understand that. I really do. But I feel sad for Ice to go through all this. But about Mud and the other friend, hearing the situation and knows about the professor and what he did, what are their plans? Knowing that they were about to beat up Ice, and then they overheard all that conversation. What is the plan? Will the audience still hate Mud as we think, or will he do the right thing and try to uncover the truth, or will he be just Mud and go to the professor and beat him up? I don't know, but they know the truth now. So the question is, what will they do? Will the professor get found out? That's what I want to know, because oh boy, I don't want to feel. I apologize for if I say this, but I'm glad that the woman lost that baby, because that baby would be growing up with a wicked man. I'm sorry, but I had to tell it. One thing about GL is I love to watch GL only when it's mixed with BL drama. If it's GL alone, I can't watch it. I did watch Gap the series all the way, but that's pretty much the only GL that I've watched straight through. Like I said, I'm Samantha the introvert. I only watch like 99.99% of BLs, and you see this already. But anyways, C confessed to Lani, I believe her name is, and they did some things. Congratulations on that relationship. One thing I can say, I love a good kiss, and this is a good kiss, and I can tell by seeing it. Also, whose room is this? Is this a motel? Is this Lani's room, or is this C? I don't want to assume that this is Lani's room, because I can't judge a book by its cover, but I was gonna say it was Lani's room and not C, but then again, I could overthink it. I could be assuming too much. You know what they say about assumption? You can make us ass out of you and me, and I'm not about that. I don't know which room we're in. It could be Saint, it could be Ice, I'm not sure. But anyways, Ice is teasing Saint, or maybe not. He said he wants to rehearse the lines with Saint, so it could be a part of the whole thing. And they kissed, or maybe they didn't kiss, I'm not sure, but lips were touched. Now, Saint, you need to hold that feeling, because I know you like this boy, and I know Ice likes you, but the big obstacle why the relationship will never go is because of your father. So handle that part, and then the relationship can go. I just want to know if they kiss. That is it. Because if they do kiss, I hope it's not going to be any awkwardness in the next episode, or maybe in the same episode. I'm not sure if this is the last part of the next episode, but if they do kiss, or attempt to kiss, I pray nobody, and I mean nobody, interrupts that moment ever. Or maybe there will. Well, because Ice does have a boyfriend which he refused to kiss. So if that boyfriend do interrupts them and he comes, he'll probably, my thought is that Ice will probably push Saint into the closet, but of course the boyfriend will find out. But also, I feel like the boyfriend is using Ice. It's just doesn't give like the both of them like each other. You understand? The only thing that's romantic is the fact that they're calling each other babe, right? I'm not sure, but I'm just saying, just hope nobody interrupts.